I just popped through the channels.
And welcome to Gaming the Formed Opinion, episode 6.2. 6.1 went into the trash can because we had some sound issues last week, but we've got them all fixed now. So we should be good. Good.
We fired our audio tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
So we're good. So hey, so now we get like 2 weeks worth of stuff to catch up on, but we only do one topic each. Unless, of course, this takes like 15 minutes, and then we'll just have to roll some more topics in there. So what have you guys been up to for the last couple of weeks?
Go ahead, Duane.
Oh wow. Okay, I guess I'll go. No, Chase. Whatever. We've been skipping through games. We raided this week. Held our lockouts. Finally got some progression kills. Haven't done that in a couple weeks. Working.
Oh yeah, the WoW. I saw those WoW posts, man. That was
Echoing.
impressive.
I've been yodeling in a valley to get my echoing skills going.
Awesome.
Are you serious?
I've been singing in the shower and stuff.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah,
How
man.
about you, Steve?
I'm still. I can't get over the fact I got into my NCSoft account. I'm sitting here unable to get over the fact that I'm looking at my NCSoft account.
And
3
yes,
minutes
you are a
before the
billionaire
show,
again.
Steve forgot how to log into games.
I didn't forget how to
What
log
do you
in. NCSoft tried to screw me, and I magically ninja'd my way back into my own freaking
Wait,
account.
we can start on. We can start with this. So, NCSoft tried to screw you by giving you plenty of notice, which you ignored.
We're just
on
not
how to log into their
You know,
system.
I'm choosing to ignore those details. Those are just you're getting bogged down
yeah.
at details,
Way too-
son.
way too-
No, I think. I finished my third 60 on Neverwinter, for God's sakes.
Wow.
I'm not doing another one unless
Two
they
more to
create.
go?
No.
Lies.
No. Now, I did create 2 to get them to level 11 so that they could do their prayers and craft. You know, they're like 1560 now just from the prayer and the crafting alone. But
so, did you learn how to play any of the classes that you leveled?
oh man, I tell you what, I wished I would have jumped on that great weapon fighter first, because he is. I should have. I was going to take some video and send it to you so you could add it in while I'm talking about this tonight, Scrib, but I of course didn't do that. But oh my God, man, my great weapon fighter is just killing it. It is killing it. It is a beast of a DPS machine. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing. My topic, though, is going to touch on other things I've been trying to do a little bit less of this week, but other than that, it's good.
You had to launch into. You're talking about Neverwinter. It just broke out a beta, didn't it?
I never looked at that as being
Came
a beta.
crashing. It was a spectacular launch.
Whatever. You didn't even know it. I didn't even know it happened. That's how spectacular it was.
I jumped back in the Rift.
I saw that.
It's my goal. I want to get Tempest back up to being a major branch of Tempest GC.
I got into my account.
That was it, so.
I got
I'm
into my
confident
account.
you'll be able to do it in 8 to 9 weeks when you finally hit 62.
No shit.
When I hit... No, actually...
I think you meant months, not weeks.
I'm going to post on the forums what I've been doing. All right, it took me from Storm Legion launch, and was that November?
Yes.
Until 2 days ago to hit 51. I was like, so it's just like this grinding.
But you
this
were
sucks,
on.
grinding
I was going to
sucks,
say
grinding
you were
sucks.
grinding PvP though, right? You were after some
No.
armor.
No, I
thing.
tried some PvP, but I didn't think the XP was that good. I was doing quests and doing onslaughts, and I was getting bored and felt very grindy. But now, I mean, that was 2 days ago. I hit 51, and now I'm less than a box away from 52 in probably about a day. And I didn't even get to play that much yesterday because of the latency issues that Tryon was having. I found different ways of doing stuff now. So
Well, they
I think
solved their
it's
queue
a lot
problem too, didn't they?
yeah, the queue problem. Yeah, they doubled the
Hey, man.
server.
Save your Rift talk.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just telling you what I did this week.
Yeah, come on, bring it,
Jeez.
Scrib, bring it.
No, that was it.
Shut
No.
up.
So I figured
Drink
out
the
more
book.
efficient ways to do it, and I will actually be talking about it during Tempest Gamecast on Monday.
Nice.
So in the Rift section, and so because I know we've got a lot of people who are now coming back, at least in a casual manner,
I saw that.
and
I
are
saw a
looking to
couple
level.
posts on
So
that. I saw people
so-
say, "Oh, I played Guild Wars 2, but I'm going to pop into Rift." Now I'm here to tell you right now, I did. I got into my account, and just looking at my bank and my inventory full of all these mats that I had absolutely no idea what to do with.
yeah,
It took me a while to clean out my bags, but I,
looked
did
at
just
those
do
builds.
that too.
I looked at
Yeah.
the builds, and I thought, I can't even begin to fathom how I'm going to redo these rotations, especially for the rogue. I just told Scrib this a couple days ago. I said, you know what? I'm just going to have to set aside a few hours, and I'm going to have to sit down and say, I'm going to actually go where
Yeah.
I hate going
That's
and
what
hit
it
the
takes.
forums on the rogue, or on the rogue. I'm going to say, find the builds, find the rotations, get in, practice them, and then figure
I'll
out
be
where
putting
that
some links up
quest
in the
is.
forums for you too.
Yeah, because that's the only way I'm
Want
going to
some
be able
guides?
to do it. If I
Yeah.
try to do it off the top of my head, I log out in 10 minutes. So I'm with you on that one.
Now
Dude.
the other big thing I did was, Guru, you'd be interested. Your video you posted on Need for Speed World inspired me, so I did a bunch of pursuits last night.
That
it was
it was
a
Dimos,
freaking
but thanks.
blast. Oh, was it Dimos who did that?
I'm sure
I'll
he's going to
take
love
credit,
the
man.
plug.
Never mind. Hey, Dimos, thanks. Those videos were awesome. So he had like an 18-minute pursuit. It was awesome.
Yeah, it
so
was
I jumped
pretty
in there.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, Duane,
I'm-
did you do anything this week? Because he seems to think that
Really, what the hell?
Dimos.
I led
Well,
a lot of.
we're all going to meet in
There
Need
was
for
a Guild
Need for
Wars
Speed
2
World
event
sometime
I
for
led
the big
on
race.
Tuesday. I'm having guild events right now. Actually, I'm leading it on the side. You guys didn't know.
Are you awesome?
Dimos. It's my new thing.
Okay, well, I'm going to start this week
Yay!
because
All
we're
right.
coming up on a holiday, right? Well, the U.S. holiday, 4th of July,
Oh, okay.
a couple weeks. So here we go.
Summer festival.
This week, I'm going to talk about holidays and games. And the ones that annoy me actually happen in Rift and World of Warcraft. And I think the biggest problem I have with holidays is when you're trying to tie in real world holidays into my fantasy world. Right? World of Warcraft. Right? We get the whole
I knew you
thing.
were gonna say that.
Yes. Don't say that Winter Veil or whatever that crap is not Christmas. Christmas trees, presents, an old elf given out. It's Christmas. Why is it there? There's no logical explanation for it to be there. Eggs for Easter and all the other. WoW is like the worst.
Now,
I don't know.
what are you
Don't get me
getting
wrong.
at, though? What do you
Don't get me
mean?
wrong. They're annoying as hell. And they put all these dang achievements on them. And so if you're like an achievement,
Man, that Halloween
has to get
event
achievements
was that Headless Horseman is fun as shit, man. How is that not? How is that not cool?
where is the Sleepy Hollow in Azeroth?
Well, I don't
Sleepy
know.
Hollow's in North
Why-
You know what?
why
Headless
is-
or New
Horseman.
England.
Why
the
is the
Headless-
freaking Eye of Mordor in freaking Ice Crown? I mean,
Well, there you
it's
go.
what they do.
But we're talking
No.
about holidays. We're talking
What?
about holidays. No,
They-
No. Well,
love
yeah.
it, you know.
What's that? They just bug the crap out of it. Or the ones that you the same thing. You get the same kind of stuff in Rift, the winter one. I'm like, all right, this is a fantasy world. Most of these games, WoW has like over a decade worth of lore. Why do they have to copy it? Make up some new holidays.
and I have watched all 5 hours of that shit. By the way,
Yeah, I know.
I should get
But
a
I'm
guild
saying,
badge for
make
that.
up new holidays. I don't want to think really Pilgrim's Bounty.
I don't know.
What are we
I love the
celebrating there?
I love the Headless Horseman thing. That was fun. I mean, especially when I dueled up on the weapons that they gave, and I got the
I
mount.
think the worst part is, I mean, WoW. You probably would. I don't even think you'd hate them as much if they weren't the same every year. It's like,
That's true. Maybe that's
you know,
what
you
it is.
do it once,
Six,
and it's like,
6 of the 8 years of doing
it's cool new
stupid
content,
same
right?
ones.
And then you're like, all right, it's kind of cool that they did that, and then it's like the same every year forever.
Well,
You know,
But
here's
most
a
of
good
us take
example of
long
one.
vacations anyway.
Well,
I
look at
mean,
the one coming up in Guild Wars, the Dragon Bash.
I don't know.
All right, that
nothing about.
celebrates the killing of the dragons and
Yeah.
fighting and blah blah blah. Holiday, completely Guild Wars world stuff.
Yeah, they're this keeps happening. They're really
It's
good.
never
Okay,
going away.
Guild Wars 2 doing good stuff. That's what keeps happening. We keep going back to that. But yeah, that's what they're doing. They keep coming up with new shit, and they're all kind of like weird little holiday things that they do. They're always little festivals or the super adventure puzzle thing. That was like a little holiday event. They do
other
cool
thing
shit.
Is why?
You talk about the
Well, think
jumping
about it.
puzzles?
Well, okay, let's go back to no jumping. Well, they have some of those. The Hallows Eve. Okay, they did have a Halloween related one. But let's go back to World of Warcraft. I mean, the opportunities they have there for holidays, right? Great. The Salvation Day or whatever the freaking day Thrall freed all the freaking orcs.
Can you smell that?
So it's
sarcasm?
so what? So what? It's an orc only holiday. Cool. It should be. How about when Arthas gets killed? There should that worldwide holiday. Awesome. Make a holiday for that.
What in the hell
with
pisses
you, man.
All these
you
kinds of
off
things.
about these holidays? Holy shit!
Oh my god, I'm tired. I have to go in there. I'm leveling my gnome, and I'm not. This is what I was doing like months ago. Leveling my gnome, and all of a sudden, I gotta go find these stupid eggs. I don't have to do it, but it's there. And
Well-
you gotta get achievements, and you get mounts, and
I'm telling you
if
what,
you're
there
a
was
mount collector, a pet collector.
there was some cool shit like Lineage 2. I got a buddy that's watching right now. Tom Holden, who was brewmistress in Lineage 2, he can definitely, and Jarnup would definitely understand this. They had these things, man, where you would get seeds that would drop off of mobs, and you take these seeds and you could go into town and you had to buy a special weapon, and it was a ridiculously cartoony like hammer or something like that, or a violin. You would hold like it looked like a violin you were holding by the neck, and you would activate the seed on the ground, and it would turn into this big pumpkin like it would grow into this 3-foot high pumpkin, and everybody would have to be, the only way you could beat on them was with these special weapons, and it would talk shit to you while you were beating on it, like, is that all you can do? Bam, 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 you suck, and then everybody get on it, and when this thing died, it would just boom, and it would put scrolls and potions, and sometimes you get a rare thing here and there. Or like the pig thing for Valentine's Day, they would let loose all these ridiculous looking little pigs all over the place, and you could only attack them with these little heart-shaped bow and arrows that you'd hit. I guess you're right, Scrib. Now that I'm talking about it, that's
I can
fucking
see
stupid.
why you like this.
No,
I see why you have fond
that one
memories
sounds-
of this. I get it.
No, that one
It's,
sounds fine. I mean, and I think Greer's right. The first time we did the holiday event in WoW, I mean, the problem, I guess, in real world, holidays are the same they just roll through.
Got Don the Grinch
Yeah, it's the same
and
thing.
Steve the Cupid.
The pig slap.
Am I wrong? I mean, have you guys like these things?
I don't know. Whatever. I'm not angry at him.
Something
I'm
to
not
do.
gonna burn down the tree in Orgrimmar because I'm mad at it. I mean,
I want to burn down the tree.
if they want a fake Christmas, I'm actually okay with it. But to
Okay.
each their own. You gotta pick your battles. I see. You gotta get your anger out somewhere, and I'm behind you.
I don't know,
Okay,
man.
awesome. I appreciate it.
I got into the only reason I'm getting in, or didn't get into them actually. I didn't fully
This guy-
buy into it, but I'm telling you,
Santa
like
present today.
it was kind of like that. You bust those melons open in L2, man, and it would just spit tons and tons and tons of these scrolls, man, and these potions, and you could make them bigger and bigger, and they would put out more expensive shit. I don't know. I dug that. It was a fun thing, but I guess if you're doing it,
The moral of this topic is Scrivian doesn't
Scriv
like fun
hates
things.
holidays.
He's not a fan of fun.
I hate in-game holidays. So
Seriousness
get in the way.
only.
No,
fun.
okay, I take it back. 'Cause you know what? All right.
you take it back.
They-
No, I love holidays. Fuck you people.
No, I still am annoyed at holidays. But I remember it's funny. One of the ones that was kind of interesting was the fact that in Galaxies they had Life Day. Remember that? If you remember that, it was like Christmas, but it was based. I don't know if the developers were trying to make fun of the Star Wars Christmas special, like the worst Star Wars produced thing ever.
Yeah, that's what.
If you ever saw it, yeah, go
It's
see
pretty
Star
no,
Wars
pretty
Christmas special.
universally accepted. It seems people seem to think that's universally
worst.
horrible.
Yeah, but in game you celebrated that whole. It was the same thing. The Wookiees wore their little red robes and carried around life orbs and.
Man, I don't have
whatever.
nearly the clear memory you do of that shit, man. Seriously,
It's one of his
See,
fondest
now,
games.
maybe that
You
was
can't forget.
maybe that was the difference because I would go around and collect the crap in Star Wars and the Halloween stuff because you could just put it in your house, and WoW it just takes up bank space.
Yeah.
I think I've got candy from like 4
What a
years ago.
Scrooge
The
fucker
Rift
you
stuff's
are.
bad
God
too,
damn.
man. Rift. I mean, I don't like all the 9,000 items that you keep.
True.
I
Yeah,
don't. I
that's
don't
true.
actually keep them though. So I did them.
They made it easy now. They gave you 20 wardrobe slots that you can buy.
Oh, nice that you can buy.
So you
Well,
can
there
you can
go.
have you can have they're not much. It's like 57 coins, like 50 cents or whatever each.
Oh, nice.
But you can actually that adds up. $10 for all of them, right? But you can so you can have all your holiday garb there. Whatever it seems, the Fey winter crap thing, you can hit your button and you're wearing all your proper stuff. And it's not in your bags. In the whole year it stays and you even forget you even have it. Then you have your stupid reindeer horns on.
Nice.
I've never heard you
That's
be
what
so
happened.
passive aggressive
Guy
about this shit.
accidentally left him on for like a raid pick, and he's been pissed off ever since.
No shit.
People don't take
That-
it seriously.
Oh
you
sure,
gotta
let's
wear-
just
How
go
can
do
I
this. This sounds like
wait
freaking
for
fun.
Rudolph those?
Yeah, that being said, I've got my hammernail helm I never wear because I always wear my pirate hat,
Nice.
my tricorn.
Hey,
right.
when Terra Godmocker never took off that pirate hat, I wore the eye patch and the pirate. And matter of fact, even in Lineage 2, my Buddha, my main orc, he wore an eye patch. I never took that eye patch off. There was all kinds of cool shit, but for some reason I dug the eye
I
patch.
hear you can get a monacle in Eve.
I can't play Eve,
There's
man.
some new monocle coming out in Guild
like
Wars.
$99
Some people posting about. We
Yeah,
got some monocle lovers in the guild.
So
yeah, whatever.
okay, I'll step down off my anti.
Off your hate,
Yeah.
Dang.
post. Yeah, okay.
Who wants to go next?
I gotcha. I'm ready.
All right,
I'm
let's
ready.
go.
So this week,
Go.
honestly, this is what I want to talk about. Obviously, you were talking about going back into Rift, and I had to stop you because you're just ruining my topic. No,
Oh, that's
basically
why.
this week it's Rift free to play, right? Like it just went free to play, and the servers have been exploding, right? And everybody's kind of freaking out about that. But it seems like the last couple times I logged in, they're starting to stabilize, and undoubtedly they will. But I was wondered what you guys thought about it. The free to play model is, it seems like it's going to be the free to play model, right? Like it's totally free. They don't have restrictions on war fronts or raids or gear or
You're talking about GW, right?
no.
Right.
I'm talking about Rift,
Wow.
the new
Oh,
Rift.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, the new Rift. Yeah, and it just it seems like they're doing the free to play model. I wonder what you guys thought about their free to play model. I mean, I looked at the store stuff. There actually is some gear that you can buy in the store, and the way I understood it is it's maybe like expert dungeon equivalent type
Starter.
stuff, or is it like it's not
T1 stuff.
It's to
certainly
get you
not-
started.
Yeah, it's certainly not raid gear or anything, but you can buy some gear. And
PvP as well.
it's your usual stuff: boosts, extra bag slots, things of that nature. What do you think of it? I know we're about to launch back into it, but I mean, what do you think of the model? What are you like looking? I know we're all going to play. What are you looking forward to doing that you maybe didn't do when we were playing before?
You're just
And-
specifically talking about Rift's free-to-play model,
Yep,
right?
Rift's free to
Okay.
play. That's what I want to talk about because it's freaking awesome. I'm glad that they're free to play, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. Is like, I know there's some stuff I haven't done, dimensions and Colossus battles, and and I remember some of the raid bosses that I still imagine that we wouldn't be able to kill because we just I'm just I'm interested to see what you guys think about it.
Man, that progression through Greenscale was one of the outside of the
Blast.
yeah, that was freaking awesome, man. I will never forget the first time we downed that green bastard, man. I'll never forget it as long as I live. That was
I agree.
fantastic.
That was good.
I just couldn't believe how difficult it was to get through all those bosses, to get to him. Like oh my god, the boss where the little lights would come out, and everybody didn't turn their back to these exploding lights.
Infiltrator,
Oh
was it
my
Jorlin?
god!
There was also one.
It
everybody
took
gets stunned.
forever. Oh my god, it was.
Yeah.
I never heard Scribs, like, okay, let's do this again for the 50th time. But the
Yeah,
free-to-play
well.
model, I don't know, dude. When I left, I was paying for it, so to me, it's not really going to be any different. And like I said, I've been gone so long with it, and I've logged in, and when I looked at, because I had all those builds, they're all gone. I just have absolutely no idea when I'm looking at these builds now. I'm like, I don't know. It for some reason it sucks the wind right out of my sails when I think about
I think speccing my tune will be the thing I least look forward to. But like, I mean, what do you think? Are you gonna jump into the housing? Like, I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in a game with player housing, and I mean, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it, and it wasn't a draw for me to pay for.
They'll give you a starter house.
Yeah, it wasn't a draw for me to pay for it, but I mean, it's something I'm looking forward to getting back, or to just playing with a little bit now that it's free.
I mean, I like the way they advertise it. No tricks, no traps, nothing. There are no limitations. I mean, well, this is normal limitations. You only have so many bag spaces.
But you can buy
or characters. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can buy it. So
and so many character slot. Your character slots are limited. Now I'm still a subscriber, so and I probably will be for a while, since I'm going to guild lead the game.
So you're going to try to build it.
But as a reward, because I subscribed for a year, I got a lot of the Rex diamonds. You know, the currency thing is it's Rex, it's Rift Exchange currency,
right?
And
then there's also
I got a lot.
Credits, right? The credits are what you exchange real money for, and you can exchange Rex for them. And that's what you buy stuff off the store.
See,
I haven't done that. I've got
I haven't
so
read
much.
any of that. I have no idea.
I haven't had to do that at all. Well, the other thing is, it also, for being a patron, it also pays you back for the time you've been a member, and even members who were subscribed, I think, got credit. So you got something out of it.
Yeah, I got some. I don't know what all I got. I know I've got stuff.
And the other thing is, if you look at the top, when you open up the in-game store, and I mean, I can go off and on about the in-game store, which I think is just fantastic. But they've got also things that you earn through by spending Rex. So as you spend it, you increase it's like increasing your faction with the game, sort of.
Do you get these Rex from killing any mob, or is it just from dungeons? Are you getting these Rex from killing any mob, or is it just from dungeon runs?
No, I don't think I've gotten any for anything that I know of. I think it's the currency you buy that you buy.
See, I'm completely out of the loop on the new stuff.
You probably have. I mean, I'm sure you have some. Because I gave it to you. If you were a subscriber, you got some.
You got something for me previously subscribed. So yeah, I haven't really checked out what all I have.
But I mean, a lot of stuff they made easier. Like you say, Greer, you can go the store, and I have actually gone through every single tab in the store, and there is equipment, and you're right, you can buy it. It is dungeon level gear, and then they've got the basic level 60 gear that you can buy, but you can quickly start running experts, and you replace it.
Dungeon
for
gear,
PvP.
That doesn't bother me at all. I read several times they made a point to say, like all free-to-play games do, we're not pay to win. And, gear is one of the things that people usually associate with that. But, I mean, honestly, dungeon gear, it's comes so easily that it shouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, it's not.
I bought a full set of it yesterday.
Well, what they did with the PvP gear, too, is you can buy... Now, you can buy a lot of the stuff that you can buy for Rex, which is the real currency. Mm-hmm. You can also buy for Plat.
Right.
There's a platinum now.
By the way, how much Plat did you have when you logged in? Did you check? Because I've been listening to...
something.
Oh, my God.
You're killing me, bro.
I listened to Ro and George talk about how they got thousands of Plat, and I've got 27 Plat.
Some of these people who have been playing for, I don't know how much Ro and Isaac... But I thought they were both over 10,000.
Oh yeah. So think
about the Raiders.
Is
been raiding for the last 2 years?
Is PvP and raiding still a draw for both of you guys? I mean, I know we have fond memories. I always thought the PvP was good, but not. I don't know. I did it a lot. It was fun. I didn't do it as much as you, Don.
Enjoy it. They've added more. They just added another battleground. and then they added 2 more modes. Like the Black Garden now has a conquest mode where you have to actually hold points.
Oh, nice.
So you
Have
can
you,
get different versions.
Have you got to Poke a Colossus battle? Because that's something. That's one of the things I just want. I mean,
I'm not
I'm
in
sure
that
it
zone
won't
yet.
be, you know, and the big rift. I remember there's kind of big Zerg fest, but I think it looks very cool anyway. Like I'm sure it'll be cool to do, unless it ends up being
haven't
like
seen it pop
the
up
Terra
yet.
Nexus, where everybody just is invisible for the majority of the time because there's so many
Yeah, I
people.
haven't seen that yet.
And it's so
I
big.
think so far from what I'm seeing, they've done a pretty good job. And the big thing is there's no restrictions. A subscriber can raid once a week in lockouts, and a free-to-play can raid once a week for lockout. Not once a week. Can do a raid. A full raid clear once a month or once a week. So
Cool.
So yeah, it's fine. No limits on. It's not Star Wars. You don't do 3 battlegrounds and they
Right.
ask for $5 if you want to do more.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It seems like
That's gonna die,
they
by the
went
way.
with the full everything model. And I think that like there's no reason that can't be. I'm sure they're selling shit from the store hand and foot, and
I'm sure they are.
and like I said, the servers were exploding, and I mean I think there's a lot of people that have fond memories of the game that maybe
Well, there
just
are
didn't
also
feel like paying
a lot of
for it
people-
or started paying for something else, and
There's a lot
now
of the free-to-play crowd who never even tried it because they had a
Right.
subscription.
yeah, and I mean it's a it's a solid game, solid.
Well, Terra did the
So
same
it
thing
is.
when they went free to play. They just said, we're going to give you everything. We're not going to hold anything back. It's just going to be free to play, but you can buy some shit. It's still,
Yeah.
its
That
server's
Terra's-
filled up.
Yeah, they said that you have what, 2 million now?
Yeah.
That's I was surprised, like 2 million, but I know they've added servers.
They had to. Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
I don't know.
So I think so far it's a success.
I agree.
Yeah,
But I haven't been
yeah.
able to try it. So
A lot more interest in
Oh,
it.
that's well. You agree from your alpha opinion. Gotcha. Weird guess.
What?
you're going to fucking suck it, is what you're going
What do you mean alpha
You're
opinion?
going to fucking suck it.
Godmocker's still in alpha. Steve's still in alpha. He's
I'm
getting
never
there. We're bringing
I'm
him
never-
along slow.
I'm never going
Bringing
to
him
come
along
out
slow.
alpha, you fucking bitches.
So, Steve, what do you want to talk about this week?
Betas. Since you screwed up, since last week got messed up, I'm going to
What?
continue.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? I can't
Is this on?
hear. What? You say what? Say.
Betas, man. I'm telling you about the betas. I'll start off with,
Beta,
and this
beta.
is not going to be a freaking rant, but my thing was I wanted to go over how betas affect the final release of some of these games, and I'll use a couple of examples like the Marvel, which you guys I'm sure are sick of hearing, but I did the Marvel thing, and I think the way they did their beta on the Marvel
Quickly,
Heroes...
who makes Marvel again?
Gazillion. Yeah, who by the way, and Brewmistress is familiar. Yes, that account got banned too, by the way. They banned me.
Go figure.
Yeah, go figure. I got to learn how to write nicer letters, but their beta, man, was a wide open beta. And they were doing it the way I thought, that you would expect them to do. You throw people into the game, and you test your servers, you test your environment, you test your gameplay to see and hope that these people will actually be beta testers and report bugs. The thing is that they were throwing this in-game currency called G. Every weekend they would have these beta weekends, and sometimes they would extend it, a day or two. They would throw like 5,000 of these G at you. Well, to do that, they were making whatever character lists these hero lists that they had available, they would make them able to be purchased, and they were relatively cheap. So instead of me blowing it on potions and costumes and crap like that, I was spending all this G on different characters. So I initially had spent 200 bones to get that whole Founders Pack, or the Ultimate Pack, so that I can get all the tunes with all of their costumes and get all this bonus blah. And then once the beta was about to come out, or about to come to a close, I started realizing, so I played probably 13 or 14 of these characters, and they all freaking sucked. They all sucked real bad. I couldn't believe how bad they sucked. I took Wolverine all the way to the end of Doom, and the only other dude that I played that was even remotely fun was Punisher, and he was one of the cheapest tunes they had. So this is where the whole thing where me and Gazillion gets into this little spat, and I won eventually, but they closed my account. But then you go into the Neverwinter, and that's basically some giant perpetual beta, because I think they basically went live a month ago. And here I am. What they did, was it yesterday they went live yesterday? Was it? Scriv?
Officially, something, yeah.
Who?
Officially?
Neverwinter.
Come off of beta.
Yes, yesterday, Neverwinter did, yeah.
So yesterday, on their official close, or officially going live, I had 3 level 60s with full raid gear. They all got full raid gear on the day they all went live. And I was talking to, well, I don't want to get into this, but I was talking to Scott earlier this evening. We're like, okay, we've pretty much done everything that we can do except for just running these dungeons. And what you were talking about, using the store to buy gear, in Neverwinter, you can buy raid gear. They're allowing you to sell raid gear in Neverwinter for these Astral Diamonds.
Have you poked the raid
with
yet?
that. I think that just kills me.
The actual, like, the Gauntle Grim thing or whatever?
I haven't been into the big one, the Never Ember Castle.
Gauntle Grim?
No, well, that's the big one that they've closed down again. You can't
just
get
opened
in.
up.
Oh,
well,
really? Gosh.
I think they opened it and it crashed
now.
on some people. Yeah, I guess they crashed on some people, so it booted. As a matter of fact, it didn't just kick you out of the instance; it kicked you off the server.
Out of the game.
Yeah, so that isn't actually fully functional yet. But but I know people right now that's got that Neverwinter Castle on farm. They're farming the damn thing already. So
yeah,
I think I burned out on that, and I was wanting to. Basically, the topic was to hit you guys with what's your beta experience and how did it affect when on the release date of the game that you were beta testing. Did it affect how you thought you were going to continue playing the game, or did beta completely burn you out before the game even launched?
Honestly, like, I probably have never I've never had 3 level 60s at the end of a beta. I probably never even really, like, Star Wars is probably, because they did it progressive, is maybe the only time I ever, like, level capped a beta. Usually I work weekends. I always get to play them like you're supposed to, just to, like, well, not really. I don't, because I do actually occasionally fill out some feedback on stuff, but not like it's just, you can't even play the damn game if you do it every quest that pops up. Did you like this? Was it okay? Did you hate it? Was it really bad?
Oh, what game did that?
Really like it? And so it just gets obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I forget, which game was it that gave you a survey every time you went to log out?
WoW, I don't know. WoW does it after quests. I'm sure.
Okay.
A lot of betas. You get Defiance. There was like pop-ups after the quests when you were doing them. And so I probably never. I would think that beta has probably tricked me more than ruined games for me. Because usually I only played the first couple levels, and I don't realize that the raid is gonna break every time you kill the boss, or
man.
Or that or you're gonna get to the end and it's gonna be like the same dungeons and no real spec, and everybody's gonna be running around like, hey, you have to have 2 HP and 9,000 attack power, like Secret World. And we're just stupid, because there's no path. Most of the betas I played just, oh, hey, that was great. I can't wait to play this game. And then, usually I find out later that I was wrong. But I blame
But you find that
our
often.
community for that, because I wouldn't even try those games if it wasn't for you guys.
We have a lot of community members that get into betas.
We do.
That's where we get games I've never heard of.
One of those things I was touching on is that, matter of fact, right now, this weekend is, I forget what phase.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the phase Final Fantasy 3 is this weekend, and I remember last weekend when I was logging in, I created it, and I swear to God, well, first I couldn't believe the amount of reading that was involved. I read more in the first 2 hours I played in that game than I did getting my master's degree this past year. And I thought, you know what? I don't think I want to go down this route. I was thinking, I was trying to cut this whole beta ruining the launch for me thing by saying, I'll just go in, I'll check out the city, find out where everything's located, and then just log the hell out. And then when it launches, then I'll play, and everything will be a nice little surprise for me, instead of being like, I'm going to go through the motions again, especially when they're going to wipe after phase 3. Correct? I mean, phase 4 is when they're not going to.
I don't know.
I think Quest is the one that told me that that's what's going on. But believe it or not, I haven't logged in. I logged in and created a few tunes, but they've got it set to where there's this long ass animation sequence you got to go through. I swear to God, it's 20 minutes every time you create a new character, and there's no way to escape out of it. You can't like.
That's when you're supposed to go get your coffee and.
Well, no, you can't do that because it pops up the whole Final Fantasy little bubbles, these chat bubbles. If you don't click those bubbles, he won't move forward. So you got to sit here and click on the bubbles to get him to hurry the hell up.
Watch our cinematic.
Oh my God. I
Why
couldn't
not?
believe it.
It's Final Fantasy. You have to watch the cinematics. That's what they do.
It's beautiful. I'll tell you right now, it's beautiful as hell. The game is, but I'm telling you,
the screenshots that I've seen. I mean, I don't know. I just like the smooth art style that they use. It really looks. I think it looks nice.
I'm a huge fan of the Asian armor and weapon designs. Everything's always exaggerated. If something's small, they're real tiny. Tunes, or the swords are 9 feet long. And got dragon teeth.
It's been a long time since I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy MMOs. So, and it's it's just been a long time since I've people are throwing hey, check out these limit break and things that I remember from the games that I just haven't done in a long time. And I know it's the MMO version, so it's not going to be quite the same. But it's probably one of those games where I've played enough Final Fantasy that I can be a sucker for the lore in it, because I just have that place for Final Fantasy,
Yeah, the lore I'm looking forward to.
I have played Final Fantasy 1. I don't know. I beat it 100 times.
7 was mine. 7 was my last one.
I think
everybody got hooked on that.
Yeah, that was the one ever. But 1, you can't even imagine how awesome it is. It's cool. It looks like the opening of GT, the intro. That's pretty much what Final Fantasy 1 looks like.
At Scriv.
No, the starting of the intro is those old games where it's breeding, and that's what it was a Nintendo game. That's what I played it on, regular Nintendo. So.
Anyway, well, the beta thing is what I wanted to touch on because the whole beta experiences that I've had here recently with Marvel and with Neverwinter has got me a little nervous about Final Fantasy 14 because for some reason I don't want to play it. Don't get me. I want to play it. I just don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. Just go launch and then everything will be brand new. The thing that'll be crazy though is that Quist will want to get everybody we'll get everybody together who's going to play, and she was giving these warnings at the meeting we had about it, saying, if you go too fast, you're going to end up soloing a lot, so let's get everybody together. I'm going to say, well, you know what, you're probably going to end up waiting on me a lot because I'm going to have to go through everything you guys have already, you're sprinting through, and my OCD in these games I'm going to have some sort of stroke.
They're also doing it to test out some of the features of the guild, which you have to get 4 level 25s.
Yeah.
To start the guild. So they're kind of
25. Yeah.
They're doing it on purpose.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. They want to test out functionality.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to the original question and stepping aside from Final Fantasy.
I know.
Beta. I think I have had that same experience in beta where I think that it ruins it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like playing in the betas, but I think I've learned my lesson now. I learned in Terra where they did the wipes.
Oh
and
my God,
we did the same stuff over. That it was kind of brutal going in the last time. I think in Neverwinter, same thing, because of the first wipe, getting to 30, and after that I just couldn't do it. Internet by the time that I got my main character now, my warrior or fighter, up to whatever the hell the level is, 60, right? 50, 60?
60.
In Neverwinter.
Yeah.
That I had done the first 1 to 30 quests 4 or 5 times. So the thought of doing a second one, I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah.
Even though I want to switch to another class, it's just too painful. And then but then again, you look at games like WoW, and maybe it's because it's over time. I've got, I don't know 7 max level characters, I think.
Right. Yeah, but that is
others that are close. But that's over 8 years.
Yeah, it's been for
instead of doing it over a few months.
And honestly,
Guild Wars.
I think I've been lucky with betas lately, just because. I mean, I can't even get into playing the games now that they're live to get through all the levels because there's just so many that and they all have like a little different draw, but yeah, it's beta hasn't ruined it for me because I'm not a
I think
content
you just gotta
locust like
play,
Don.
and check out. Well, I think you just check out the systems and stuff that you want, and don't try to max them.
Yeah, I think there's a right way to do
balance.
it. Yeah, there's a right way to do it. To just get a taste and
This last great weapon thing.
There's actually a really you could actually do it right and feedback, and then the game would actually be better. But that's that's kind of asking a lot.
Well, we do have guys in the guild. We got Santier and Varnes and even Steve to a certain extent who will go into a beta and do something that I won't do. I'll go to the forums, I'll go to their videos or whatever, and they'll show me 10 classes and I'll say, ooh, this one seems like it appeals to me, and that's the one I'll go play. And these guys will all
play
go
every class
into the beta,
and
will play every character to level 10.
Yeah.
To see if they even like the playstyle or not.
Yeah. And even worse than that, I have done characters to level 10 or 15 multiple times to give them second chances to see if I missed a build spec or something like that. I have gone completely over, like with Terra alone. And you know what seems to be a really strange thing about that is, and it happened exactly the same way with Neverwinter as it did Terra, is I'll play all of these characters, I'll play all these classes, and the very last one I play is the one I end up liking the most. I mean, I started out with Terra was going to be the Lancer. I was totally stoked about the Lancer.
I wonder if it's game mechanics. But at that time, you've kind of got the game mechanics down.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Without a doubt. Oh, absolutely.
So it might be easier to play the character at that time because you know how to do active dodge, active rolls, use your special abilities.
Well, the Neverwinter has. That's what's cool about that. You're the shift which causes you to do whatever your dodge thing is, and each class has a different animation for your. Once you get the whole shift in your move keys at the same time, so you can get the hell out of the basically don't stand in the fire. Once you've gotten that down, they're all the same except for the tank, which I flat ass refuse to play. So outside of that,
well, I wouldn't trust you to protect me. So
yeah, I wouldn't either. But I'm telling you, man, I'm totally stoked about this beast of a great weapons fighter. Anyway,
see, that's good because the people that the first people that were talking about it in our forums were saying it was really slow, and that's that's the class. I mean, I ended up rolling a rogue. I'm like level 6, and I'm eventually going to get there. But I mean, I didn't go great weapons fighter because I didn't want I liked my Slayer and Terra, but I don't like how rooted you are by everything. It's just too much.
I'm telling you, I didn't know.
It's pretty. I mean, it seems like it's pretty mobile, agile. It plays nice.
Well, I've got a 60 control wizard, a 60 rogue, and now the 60 great weapons. And the rogue is quick, and he is full of DPS. But the thing that makes that I didn't understand until I got into the 20s or so with the great weapons is that I can get into masses of mobs, man, and he's an AoE disaster. He is an absolute disaster when you get multiple mobs, and for some reason, I'm digging that. I'm totally loving running right into the middle of a giant crowd of mobs that everybody's avoiding and just being like, Leroy, and running right into the middle of it and surviving. I mean, I'm totally surviving. I got this, 25 level acolyte companion, and that's it. I've got no healers or anything like that, and I'm walking out of that thing alive. So I'm for some reason I'm really completely digging that.
Nice.
But anyway,
well, I'm glad you didn't ruin that class in beta. It's good to know. Oh wait, it was max level before it went live, right?
Yeah. About 8 hours before it went.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's good to know, though. I mean, I'm glad you had a lot of fun with that. I'm looking forward to you never playing it again. Now it's gonna be pretty exciting. So, I can't wait to not group with you in Neverwinter now that you'll be playing something else.
Well, hey, Final Fantasy, I can start on that and get everybody to hate me.
Right. Yes. There you go.
So, wait a minute. Is Maka rolling another class? Didn't he kick, G-kick?
So you and Santier and Varn should just group together.
I can't do it.
No,
man.
because
I can't do it.
Mocker maxes out like 4 characters. Barnes never gets a character past like 10. He just plays like
That's true.
even he'll re-roll the same class to level 10 like over and over. Even it doesn't matter. He's into
That's true.
leveling 1 through 20. That's pretty much it.
It's like
No matter the
anything
game.
after 20 is repetitive.
Yeah.
Hey,
True,
look what I
true.
did. Look what I did with WoW. When I said, "Hey, do we have any rogues?" No, we don't have any rogues. I went from 0 to 90 with that freaking rogue. And what is it? Is it listed? Isn't it
He's
listed?
ranked.
Yeah.
Roll the logs. Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
You guys don't give a shit, do
I
you?
gotta tell
You
ya.
just don't.
I really wish someone else would take that rogue initiative. Chat room person.
Oh,
Oh, we got some-
Roll that
Somebody-
rogue, buddy.
yeah, because I'm not rolling that son of a bitch. I'm not bringing Blade Walker into that anymore. But yeah, level 85 on the logs. Just want to let you know. Oh, in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We
you guys
did.
cut it
We
in.
actually did forget.
Yeah, I'll
Do
remind you. Don't worry.
you have anything else for this week?
No, I'm good.
Last thoughts or anything? We're good. We got through the show successfully.
Oh, no sound issues. Sweet.
All right.
Well, we'll see when I do post op editing, whatever production.
Yeah, next Friday. Don't forget, everybody who's
I
maybe
think that's a
still
generous
listening.
title for it. No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody's still listening.
Yeah.
Every Friday. Don't forget, every Friday around same bat time, same bat channel,
Right, 9 o'clock Central.
9 o'clock Central.
All right. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Here, let me throw this up here. Whoa, there we go. Host Don, Steve, Duane. George will be joining us very soon. Follow us on
Georgie.
Wasn't
Twitter,
George funny
Facebook, all
tonight?
listed right
God, he
there.
was hilarious tonight.
Oh, by the way,
Contact
for
us
anybody who might be
at,
watching,
Gmail.
George is going to bring in the console side of shit, and Duane is part console too. I know nothing about console, so
We're gonna have fun talking about consoles too.
I'm actually thinking about getting that. What's that new zombie one that he was playing? The Last of Us. Is that what?
I
It's
hear
That's
that's
a great-
really
great
good.
game.
I'm thinking
I
about
finished
actually
State of
buying.
Decay. It was awesome.
I'm thinking about.
I hear Last of Us is very good.
Anyway, peace.
All right, everyone, have a good.
Enjoy
Next Friday.
Chandu Baba.
Bring
Put
friends.
your hands up.
Yeah, tell everybody about the podcast. I'll be funnier, I swear to God.
We'll make fun of them. If
There's
we-
no,
one way or the other.
there's no way he can live up to that.
No way.
Good night.
When me there with you, dime que te falta. Throw your hands in the air, mano arriba salta. When me there with you, dime que te falta. Throw your hands in the air, mano arriba salta.
Rápido, nítido, eso me dicen al charlar. Hábil con mi roto, eso me dicen al follar. Baby, bate girl, estoy listo para hacer tu ma. Pero hands up, baby, coming hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Todo el mundo mano arriba, ya llegó el road boy. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Todo el mundo mano arriba, ya llegó el road boy. Baby, está rica, mami, solita, tu cinturita. Yo la quiero coger. Tica, tu mamacita, estás bien loquita. Y nos vamos pa'l motel. Rica, mami, solita, tu cinturita. Yo la quiero coger. Tica, tu mamacita, estás bien loquita. Y nos vamos pa'l motel.
España girl can sing ragamuffin. Well, John Black say me wanna tell you something. Me say the España girl can sing dance hall. Me shoulders are like bullets, seguro no nothing at all. What them I want, shout, yeah. Them I want, them I want, school, yeah. What them I want, chat, yeah. Them I want, them I want, roll, yeah. Hands in the air. Check it, listen up. This one I feel the freaky girl, them they hear who I feel broke. See me wanna see me like that. That's right. Like that. Fall in love in the air. All the girls them want feel broke up.